Good afternoon, everyone, and greetings, digital citizen. Welcome back to our class, GEN0320 or GEN0311, Digital Millionaire. This is the second semester of the academic year 2025, and we are about to begin our midterm examination. This is our second meeting in the course, so today, please follow me. I will guide you through the review of the course content, the activity you need to complete in this section, and I will introduce and prepare everyone for the upcoming midterm examination. So stay tuned. Okay, this one. Okay, here's the course statistics so far. We have 197 students enrolled in this course. Most of us are 68-year students, the first year student. And we have 69 second-year student, 15 third-year student, and 1 fifth-year student. The total 197 students. And let's see the progress you have completed so far. Meeting activities completion. There are 4 meeting activities in this course, and about 25% of the students have completed activities. So we have a bunch of students who ignore everything. So hopefully everyone should get in touch and follow up what you have before the midterm examination. You still have time until maybe near the end of the semester, so you can complete everything. So you have a chance to have a good grade. And for students who have completed meeting activity number 3 and number 4, And chapter quizzes, this page, the next one. Okay, for quiz attempts, there are 8 chapter quizzes in total. About 20% of the students completed chapter quiz number 1, and less than 20% completed the rest of the course content. So how it is important? The midterm examination will cover everything from chapter 1 to chapter 4. And most of them, you should have, most of the exam items you should have seen from quiz attempts. So if you have completed quiz number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4, you have already seen some of the midterm examination questions. Now you understand? So try not to miss any quiz attempt. Try to complete at least 4 quizzes before you take the midterm exam. So you have some information in your head what the midterm exam will be about. So you have seen some of the questions before. So it will make you easier to complete the midterm examination. Now, okay, you still have time if this is the first time that you come to the course. So try to get in touch. Now try to be more active, even though you are studying alone or studying at your location. And how to check your progress. So if you are on the FlexSpace platform, the platform that we will be using every time we attend the GEN08 courses, once you log in, this is your course, and this is the progress. Click on the progress tab, will show this page. And there will be a bunch of things here you need to understand. First, you will see a large block here, say 33% completed. So what is this about? This is the percentage of check marks that appear. So what are check marks? Maybe another question. If you take a look on the course page, you see the content, and some of the content have a check mark before the topic item. The check mark appears when you completed that page. If it's a content page, the check mark will appear once you read or watch the lesson video. And for the quiz page, the check mark appears once you completed the quiz. However, it does not accurately tell your progress because some pages, I found that some pages have some specific criteria to give you a check mark. And some students are very frustrated because whatever they try, they don't get a check mark. Also have no worry about that because the check marks are not significant to your course grade. So forget about this percentage here. It's about how many check marks that appear on the course page. Even though you have some missing check mark, it does not reflect on your course grade. Now, but this one, you need to pay attention. The percentage that appear here, it calls total weight score. This is your actual grades. Now, once you completed the activities, once you completed the chapter quiz, the percentage will grow. And you need at least 46% to pass the subject. And you know you need at least 86 points to get the grade A. So it's a long way for that, but it's not difficult. If you understand how to attend the course properly, how to complete the chapter quiz, how to complete the meeting activities. So 86 points is not that much. Now, I would say that we have a large percentages of students who got grade A in the preceding semester in all GEN08 courses. Now, so it is easy in my understanding. Now, but you need to pay attention. Now, no one will guide you all around. Now, sometimes you need to be on yourself. You need to keep checking your progress. And it tells you what you have to do. And on the next page, if you scroll down on the progress page, you will see the grade summary. Now it shows the grade distribution. Now how that 12% comes from? It comes from meeting activity number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and chapter quizzes. Now what you have attempted, what you have completed. Now it will be accumulated here. And to check more detailed grades items, now just scroll down below the page. Now it will show individual items, meeting activity number 1, which one has associated grades. Now you need to check them all and check which one you missed and which one you have not attempted. So on the progress tab, it tells you a lot. Now hopefully you will check your course grades from time to time. And in every Gen Ed courses you enrolled in this semester. So does anyone doesn't know which courses you enroll in this semester? Now I found such students in every year. Now the students, they just like enroll in whatever the teacher says or just enroll the courses on the list in the paper that the advisor give them. But they didn't pay attention at all. They don't even come to the class and never log into the flex-based platforms. And no doubt that the grade F will be. Now, so if you keep paying attention, if you track all your progress, it can be very easy to get a good grades in Gen Ed courses. And hopefully everyone should have done that. Okay. So this is the real start of the meeting activity number 2. What we are talking about in this chapter, we call business insights. So in this activity, students will learn how to retrieve valuable data in business. Now, if you do business in the digital era, you play with the data. And if you remember, if you ever watch lesson videos, we have 3 teachers that come to teach you in the video. We have Dr. Peng, we have Dr. Boss, and another teacher that I will show you on the slides. So the first teacher that comes to the content, this is Dr. Peng. Dr. Peng, he is expert in business administration. And in the video, he said, to be a millionaire, you must be an entrepreneur. So what does it mean? You can become a millionaire by being a salary man? I don't think so. You can become a millionaire by just invest in something you don't understand. I don't think so. Now, maybe you can become a millionaire by winning a jackpot lottery. Now, but it's a very rare case. Now, and I would say that now just stop thinking about that. Now, just be on your own. Now, just be on yourself. Just trust in your strategy. Now, trust in your ability. Now, to become a millionaire, you must be an entrepreneur. And to become an entrepreneur, you must have an entrepreneurial or growth mindset. This is the very first topic in the course, the growth mindset. So you must have curiosity, creativity, resilient, decisive, accountability, flexibility, and on. It is recommended in the very first topic of the course to have a growth mindset. And what's the difference between an entrepreneur and traditional businessman? For the traditional entrepreneurship, they focus on manufacturing, wholesale and retail, import and export, or providing services. Now, but with the digital technology available, we can shift the focus a little bit by selling and publishing contents and rely on online ads. Provide online services. I have a data-driven and data-centric business. Or invest in digital assets. Now, this is what is the addition in the digital age. Now, so digital business are easier to start. We call that triability. Imagine that you want to manufacture, you want to produce some goods for sale, then you need to invest a lot in the factory, in the fixed asset, something like that. Now, but to be a digital entrepreneur, you want to create a content, digital content, maybe invest in such a good video recorder, a good microphone, and then you can become a digital entrepreneur. Now, it's easier to start. and requires smaller investment. No large factory, no warehousing, no need to hire many people. Now, just a few people can start a business in the digital age. And digital business can be scaled up and scaled down easily. If you have a large asset, and we call that the exit barrier that can be high. Now, to leave one business and start a new one, you need to sell your stuff, and that can be difficult for traditional entrepreneur. Now, but with the digital entrepreneurship, now what you have is very small. You have very small things, small items, and sometimes you just rent an online service, and that will scale up and scale down very easily. Now, but for the issue that the digital entrepreneur will meet is maybe the sensitive issues such as copyright and privacy. Now you're thinking of publishing a content, so you need to take care of what content you made. It must not violate someone's right. Now it must be in line with the social guideline, and there must be no copyright infringement. So we shift the focus from fixed asset to something that you can utilize digital technology. It's easier to start, but you must be careful on what you created. It can easily violate someone's right. Okay, and here's another teacher in the course, Dr. Boss. There's another way to become a digital millionaire. Just in case you don't want to sell things, just in case you don't want to publish videos, another way you can become a millionaire in the digital age is to work with the data. And this is what we are going to discuss in this section. Data helps you understand the market and customers and keeps your business at the cutting edge of the competition. I think we have some quote. I cannot remember exactly what it says. It may be understand yourself, understand your competitor, and you'll be ahead in the competition. And that is all about the work with the data. You must know what is trending, because people in the digital age are very sensitive to like the viral videos, or to sensitive to some talks, some gossips, something that catch their eyes on the internet. So you have to know what is trending and what customers are looking for, so you can fulfill your customers' need. What's their purchasing behavior? If you know your customers' purchasing behavior, then you can adjust your marketing strategy to fit the customer's behavior. And you must know when the customers stop buying and why. We call that churning. Now for this, you can learn from video lessons taught by Dr. Boss. And now we know data is the key to be thrive in the digital age. And so we have an activity for today. The first activity for today in unit B.2.1. If you are on the FlexSpace platform, please kindly browse to unit B.2.1. Respond to two-word cloud question on the course page. So if you click on the unit B.2.1, I will show you on the FlexSpace soon. Now let's discuss what you have to do first. Now, on this topic, on this page, you will see two problems. Problem number one says, as a business entity, what kind of information do you look for from a customer? Such information would keep you ahead of the competition. So you have to think, if you own a business, what you are looking for from customer, what you want to know from customer. And if you know that information, it will help you adjust your business strategy accordingly. It will help you provide more advantage than your competitors. This is the question number one. And the problem number two, that just switch side as a consumer. So you must think, if you are a consumer, what kind of information would you not want to share with business entity? You may concern about your privacy. You don't want to tell them that information. You are afraid that business can utilize the information or use it against you. So you try not to let the business entity knows that information. Okay, we have two problems. And I'm going to show you on the Flex Space. So follow me to the Flex Space platform. Okay, here's the meeting number 2 page. And I will move to the unit B.2.1. Let me check first. Here's B.2 and the B.2.1. Okay, here it is. Unit B.2.1. Information we are looking for. Okay, problem number 1. You must think, if you were a business entity, what kind of information do you look for from customer? And if you know that information, it will give you the edge in the competition. Okay, so you have to specify your words here. Okay, let me think. If I were a businessman, I would like to know my customers' income. Okay, maybe here's my answer, income. Okay, and hit the save button. And let's see what other students said. Okay, we have, okay, many students said customer preferences. Okay, that is a good question. If you know your customers' preferences, if you know that they like pets, now many customers in your area like pets, so you can open the pet shop, for example. Now, or you can create the content about pets, something like that. Now, to fulfill your customers' needs. Okay, another one say customers' need. Purchase history. Now, that is a good idea. If you know your customers' purchase history and you found some trends in it, now maybe a customer buy like frozen food 3 times a week. Now on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, for example. Now, so you can prepare your stock like that now to fulfill your customers' need. So you expect the customers to come back on Monday and buy frozen foods. Now, so you have frozen food prepared for sale. Now that will give you the edge of the competition. The buying behavior, needs and preference, demographic feedback, purchasing behavior, usage pattern. Okay, all good. So very good, everyone who responds to the word cloud problem. We have 26 responses so far. And my response is income. That's just one there. Okay, so now you have some idea what business want to know from customer. They want to know customers' need, customers' preference, their purchasing behavior, their purchase history, and for my opinion, the income. I want to know my customers' income. And problem number 2, as a consumer, just switch side a little bit. As a consumer, what kind of information would you not want to share with a business entity? For example, if some businessman come to me and ask that question, I would not say, I would not give him an answer. Now, what information you would not want to share with a business entity? Now, in my opinion, also income. Now, if someone asks me how much do you get each month, now I feel very uncomfortable to answer. Now, it's a sensitive question that many people don't want to disclose. So the income, in my opinion, is the information I don't want to share with business entity. And let's see what other students said. Okay, financial records, financial data are in the same category as the income. You don't want the business to put their hands on your financial data. Now, about your credit, now how much is your debt? Now they don't want to disclose the information. sensitive personal data, like uh, your criminal history, something like that, sensitive personal data, credit card information, very sensitive. Uh, Location data, okay, that's your concern, your privacy. That you don't want to know where you are now. So you don't want to disclose the location information to businesses. Financial info, credit card info, personal data. Okay. Now we have uh, some trends about the information that customers don't want to share with the business. 27 response in total. So very good, everyone. Okay, let's go back to the whiteboard. And once you have completed the word cloud problem, now once you respond to two questions, you can proceed to the page B.2.2 and mark your participation. Now you will see a simple question asking if you have already completed the word cloud problems. Now, if you already done that, then proceed to the page B.2.2 and mark your participation. And that is one point in the course. Now, very easy point. Now, just keep in mind that you need to complete the requirement before you can mark yourself the participation. Okay, in this graphic, you see the business entity want to know something from customer. Now, but the customer also have something they don't want to share with the business entity. They consider their privacy, they consider their security. Maybe if the business know, they will use that information against you. Now, so what is the compromise solution for data gathering? Okay, so how a business can get the information from customer without having them concerned about their privacy or their security. Now you can guarantee that no bad thing will come to the customer. So what is the compromise solution for data gathering? We are going to proceed to unit B.2.3. Okay, so let's move to the FlexSpace platform. Okay, here's the unit B.2.2 that I mentioned earlier. Once you have completed the word cloud problem in the previous page, you can mark your participation. And that is 1 point for the course grade. Now, if you haven't done so, now please do it before marking your participation. And please remember that if the teacher found that you marked your participation without actually completed the requirements, we reserve all the rights to revoke the points from you. Okay, so keep in mind and be sincere to yourself. Now we move to unit B.2.3. I'm not sure if it's too small. Okay, let's make it larger a little bit. If you participated in the previous discussion, you should have recognized that business are looking for certain information from customer to maintain competitive advantage. On the other side, customers want to hide some sensitive information from business to maintain privacy. And do you remember what business want to know from customer? They want to know their financial information. They want to know their purchasing behavior. They want to know their preferences. They want to know their location. And consumer do not want to disclose or share such information with the business. They don't want to let the business know their location, their preferences. Now, or they think businesses may use the information against themselves. Now, so what is the compromise solution now for the business to gain valuable customer insight while minimizing consumers' concern? Now, how to put your hands on the consumer information without having them concerned about their privacy or their security. So look for discussion forum on this page and reply the corresponding post B.2.3 with your idea. Now, so first you must locate the discussion board. Now it depends on the device that you are using, smartphone, tablet, or computer. You should see the small icons that looks like the comment button here. That is the button for expanding the discussion board. And now you need to look for the discussion number B.2.3. Now in this version, the discussion can be difficult to use, but try to do that. It's B.2.3, yeah, this one, compromise solution for data gathering. And you see my example. If we were the business entity, we should notify consumers about what information we collect from their visits and have them accept the data privacy. Now, have you seen something like this? When you open the website and there comes a banner or a small block that says, we consider your privacy and we are collecting this information from your visit, and have you click the accept button. That means you have already recognized what the information you will share with the business. Now, in case you don't want to share the information, you can click the reject button, and then the business will not get the information from you. Okay, that is my solution. Now, by notify them first and have them accept or reject the data gathering. Now, many websites use this approach. Now, when you visit some websites on the internet for the first time, you see the banner or the pop-up that asks you to accept the privacy policy. Now, that is my solution. Now, but you may have different approach to minimize the customer's concern about the data gathering. To add the response or to reply. Now, once you click and expand the corresponding topic B.2.3, look for the add response button and add your response here. And the response will be associated with the unit B.2.3. Okay, let's see what people did so far. I'm not sure if we have any students respond to the unit B.2.3. Okay. Yeah, a good compromise for business to collect the data they need and not identify customer. For example, they can see what customer like or buy, often by knowing their name. So money details, it should clearly tell customer what the data they use and let them choose if they want to share it. Okay. Now it's the same idea. Now have the customer know what we are collecting from them and have them accept or reject to share the customer with you. Okay, that is the good solution. Okay, and if you have other comment, now you can reply to the topic B.2.3. Okay, I will show you again now how to expand the discussion board. Click or tap this button and scroll down a little bit and check for the unit B.2.3. If it doesn't show up, click load more posts. B.2.3, this one. Now expand this one and click add response and specify your response here. And it will be reachable from the discussion tab. Okay. Okay, you have plenty of time to do this. If you are not going to do it at this moment, now just make a note. Now this is one of your assignment. And if you come back later and finish the discussion later, and once you have finished that, feel free to browse to the page B.2.4 and mark your participation. Now again, you should have completed the activity before you mark your participation. I hope everyone understands. Okay, and the next one. Okay, wait a second. Okay, another way you can get the information from the public now without notify anything to them. Now is that you can see the trends. Now what people are talking about, what people are discussing at a specific moment, because such information is publicized. Now, so everyone can see the information and you don't need to ask for consent or anything from customers. Social media platforms like X or formerly Twitter, Weibo, and VK provide useful insights on hashtags that people posted, including trends around you, trends around a specific location or country, and worldwide or global trends. Here's the example from X. We have trend around you. Now, once you open that page, now you see X trend around you. Now we have this one, Kylian Mbappe, it's a football player. The Kisha, the Euro 2024. I am Celine Dion, Cardiff. At someone's location, not my location anyway. And sometimes you can check the trends around specific location on the planet Earth. Or you can see historical trends or global or worldwide trends. I think it is available on most of the social media platforms. So what the trends tell you and how can businesses get the advantages of the trend? Now we call the strategy the trend tracking. Now, and I guess many of you have noticed before the trend tracking. Businesses may use trending topics to create brand-related content to increase consumer awareness and engagement. If you know what people are talking about, then you can join the conversation and embed your business or your product by talking with people who are talking about that trend. For example, now I think many of you have noticed this trend. A viral online phenomenon in 2015 centered around the photo of the dress. So I remember at that moment, many people posted this picture on the social media. It's actually the leftmost one, this one. Now, and it raised a concern. Sorry, maybe the middle one. Now, this one is the dress that they posted. And people discuss whether the color of the dress are white and gold or blue and black. Now, I think everyone knows the answer. Now, the answer is blue and black. If the original photo or the original store who sell this dress reveals themselves that it is actually blue and black. And now when millions of people are discussing about something, and then some businesses catch the trend, we call that trend tracking. The first one is Dunkin' Donuts. And they post their maybe not the real product, but they want to catch the trend. Now they know that people talk about the dress, and then they post that look like their product, the donuts, and put the hashtag the dress on it. Now to make it a part of the conversation. When people discuss about this thing, they see their product advertisement. Another business who catch the trend is the Tide detergent. And it is very related with the dress. Now they say, looks like a problem when you don't use Tide plus color guard. And no matter what color the dress is, now use our product and the color will remain. Now that's a very good strategy and very related with the topic. Okay, so you see, how you can use the social media trends to boost up the acknowledgement, to boost up your preference in the social media. Okay, we call that trend tracking. And what we are going to do in the next activity, the unit B.3.2. If you browse on this page, you see the instruction. Now we want you to choose one of the most recent hashtags you found on social media. Now, any platform, X, Weibo, VK, TikTok, etc., and specify the following information. So everyone use social media, right? Now choose the one that you prefer. X, Weibo, TikTok, VK. I think nobody here has used VK. Now on your preferred social media platform, choose the hashtag you found. Now the top hashtag, now try to go to the section where you can browse the top hashtag at your location or the worldwide hashtag. Now, or any hashtag that comes first. Now, or something that catch your attention. Now choose your chosen hashtag. Now maybe Lisa, or it can be in any language. Now because the platform you use can be X, Weibo, VK, TikTok. Now it depends on the platform you use. So the hashtag can be in any language. And then analyze how that hashtag was pushed to the top of the list. Now you notice that some hashtags are intentionally pushed by a group of people. Now, as I know, the Korean fans, a Korean singer, Korean artist fan in Thailand, that they do the organized posting. So they want to boost up the boost up the acknowledgement, boost up the appearance of their preferred artists. So they organized posting. Now they post in their group and ask everyone, every member, to post something with the hashtag, like Lisa Blackpink, at the specific moment. And suddenly, now for example, at 7 p.m. in the evening, and suddenly 100,000 of Lisa Blackpink hashtag appears on the X, and it was pushed up to the top. And that means the hashtag was intentionally pushed by a group of people. Now, but something, the hashtag come in a more natural way, is something that really happened in the society that catch the attention of many people. And suddenly many people, they did not organize, they did not intentionally post something at the same time. Now, but that situation, that event comes in natural. Now, and everyone just posts by themselves. And suddenly, we have like 100,000 of people posting a similar thing in the specific moment. And then that hashtag will be pushed to the top. Now, some hashtag that is related to what I said is the flood in Thailand. Now, when there was flood, it affected millions of people. And they post something with the hashtag flood. Now, they don't organize. They did not intentional to push that hashtag, but that is something that really happened in the society that catch the attention of the people. Now, for the number 3, now please analyze how that hashtag that you chose appears on the top of the list. Is it intentionally pushed by a group of people, or it is a real popular thing that really happened? And number 4, see if any business caught that trend. Now you may click the hashtag, you know that when you see the hashtag, you can click on it and they will see related posts will appear. And try to see if any business caught that trend. Now, if you see some business try to sell something and push the hashtag on, and then you can discuss here. Now, but if you see nothing, now no one sells something, no one catch the trend, you can just say no. No one catch the hashtag. Okay, I will show you the example on flex space. It's the unit B.3.2. Okay. Now we call this activity the open response assessment. Now, so you need to provide your response. Now, do you remember the instruction? You need to open your social media platform, choose one, maybe X, Twitter, Weibo, VK, TikTok, or any of your preference, any social media that you use, and locate a top hashtag at your location at that moment. Now, first identify the platform you use. For example, I use X. You can simply type X, and everyone knows it's the X platform. Now, or TikTok. Now, many students choose TikTok, by the way. Now, and then choose the hashtag that appears at that moment. Now, try to choose the most popular one. Now, anything on the top of the list. Now, choose the hashtag that appears on the top of the list. It doesn't need to be number 1, maybe number 5 is okay. And then analyze how that hashtag was pushed to the top. Now, for example, I chose Bang San Fest 2025 X Puvin. Now, Puvin is the name of the famous Thai artist. Now, it's the and the boy love story in Thailand. And Puvin has a large fan base. So, now it looks like for me, it looks like the hashtag now was intentionally pushed by the fan clubs. Now, why I think that? You see, Bang San Fest 2025 X Puvin, and Puvin is capitalized. It's a very rare case that suddenly 100,000 of people post that hashtag at the same time. It looks like to me it was intentionally pushed and intentionally crafted and notified by a group leader, and everyone follow. Now suddenly 100,000 of the Puvin's fans post that hashtag at the same time and push that hashtag to the top. Now for me, it looks like that, but in reality, I don't know. Just specify your idea. Now for me, it looks like the hashtag was pushed by the fan club. And number 4, now try clicking on the hashtag if you are on the platform and see if any business catch that trend. For me, I don't see any business that utilize this hashtag. Maybe if you sell merchandise, you sell the merchandise of the movie that Puvins play, now then you may catch the hashtag. And when the fan club see your advertisement, then you have a chance to sell some of your stuff. But at that time, I did not see any business catch the trend. And here's example number 2. On the TikTok platform, at that moment, I saw the hashtag Montong Vitya. It's the junior football team in Thailand. Now, the reason why this team becomes popular is that they are like a black horse, in the tournament. No one expects them to win. Now, but they play very well and they come from nowhere. And suddenly they catch the trend. And that thing was the real trending event occurred in Thailand. Now, it does not look like that a group of people try to push that hashtag, unlike this one. Now, when I see this hashtag, I know that it was intentionally pushed by a group of people. Now, it is very specific, now, especially this part, very specific. Now, you cannot come with this hashtag now without the leader, without someone asks you to do. Now, but this one, now is the real thing that happened in Thailand, Montong Vitya. So I think it was a real trending event that occurred in Thailand. Now, no one organized the posting. Now, so this is so-called the organic hashtag that come from real people, come from real thing that happened. And that was pushed to the top because it is really a popular event that occurred. And I found several business caught this trend, such as t-shirt and sticker shop. And it's not related to the event at all. Now they just post the advertisement and push the hashtag on it. Now hopefully they can catch the trend and get some notification, now get some presence on the internet. Okay, so now you have to specify your response here. Now just follow this pattern. Now first specify the platform that you use, and then next specify the hashtag that you see, the one on the top of the list. And analyze why that hashtag was pushed to the top. Is that intentionally pushed by someone or some group of people? Or is it actually the popular event that really occurred? And four, now try to click on the hashtag and see related posts and try to locate the business entity that catch the trend. Now, if no business catch the trend, just say no. Now, simple no is okay. No, I don't see any business catch the trend. Now, or if you see some business post the advertisement and push the hashtag on it, now you can specify it here. Some businesses catch the trend, such as t-shirt and sticker shops. Now, so specify your answer here. Now, four things to post. The platform, the hashtag, analyze how it is pushed to the top, and see if there are any business catch the trend. You can follow this guideline and follow the pattern and specify your answer here. And after you have completed this part, click submit your response and move to the next step. And after that, now you need to assess 3 of your peers. So how to do that? Now there will be something appear on this section. And it asks you to rate your peers' response based on the specific criteria. Now the criteria is here. Now what will this assignment be graded on? Now so when you see your peers or your friends' response, now check if they specify the platform. Now if yes, then they get 1 point. Check if they specify the hashtag. Now if so, then 1 point, give them 1 point. Let's check if they specify the reason why the hashtag become trending. If so, that's 1 point. And check if any business caught the trend. And then if they specify the information, then give 1 point, or just they can simply say no. Now that's also acceptable because no business utilized the hashtag at that moment. Now there will be something like the multiple choice question appears here. Now what you need to do, now you assess your peers' response. Their peers, hopefully they gave you something like this, the platform, the hashtag, the reasons, and analyze if any business entity utilize it. And there will be the check mark or the radio button that let you check. Now, okay, this satisfy the criteria, the platform is specified, the hashtag is specified. They analyze why the hashtag was pushed to the top, and they specify whether any business utilize the hashtag or simply say no. Now, if they satisfy all the 4 questions, then they get all 4 points. Okay, you have to assess 3 of your peers. And after that, your submission will be sent to the teacher to give the final grades. So you might have a question. Now, first, now what if my peers grade my response inaccurately? Now, maybe your peers gave them 0 point. Now, which in fact, you have done everything you need to do. Now, next, now you might ask, what if there is nothing to assess? Now, or what if no one assess my work? Now, will I get 0 point? Now, so have no worry about that. Okay, I will answer the first question. Now, what if there is nothing to assess at that moment? Now, you submit your response and nothing to assess. And that means your peers are too lazy. They did not complete the assignment. Now, for that, you can come back later and see if someone submits something that you can assess, it will show up here. And if your friends are still lazy and did not submit anything, after 7 days has passed, now your submission will be passed to the teacher for grading. Now, so have no worry. All the submissions will be graded by the teacher. Now, but try to finish it before the due date. Now, the due date will be March 20, 2026 for all activities for all courses in this semester. So try to provide enough time for the teacher to grade. Try not to submit in the very last days. Now, otherwise, you might not get the attention from the teacher. Okay. So first specify your response and assess 3 of your peers based on the criteria, the 4 criteria. Now, if you don't see anything to assess, you may come back later. Now, but if still nothing to assess, after the 7 days, the teacher will grade your submission. And then you can check your progress on the course page on the progress tab. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, I think I should be sitting here. But let me expand this thing first. Okay. Now the next topic. Now we'll talk about web analytics. Now this is another thing that the students respond earlier, what information that the customers don't want to disclose, but the business want to know from customers. And one of that is the preferences, is the purchasing behavior. And that's exactly what we are going to talk today. Online businesses use web analytical tools like Google Analytics and Meta Pixels to collect data on their websites. Now, with or without the customer notice, the business already collects some information from your visits. When you visit the website, they know the page you click, and they know how long you stay on that page by using the web analytical tool. So who can use? You don't need to own a business to try the web analytics. If you have a Google account, you can use Google Analytics or GA for free. And once you set up the account with Google Analytics, you will receive a tracking code that look like this, that you will place on the target website. If you own the website and you want to get the information from that website, you register with the Google Analytics. It will give you the tag, and then you copy and place the tag on your website, and then Google Analytics will start to collect the data from the website. And what kind of data it provides? Now, first is the audience view. You will know how many visitors you have on each day. Now, like on this day, you have this number of users. Now, how many users do you have on each day? Now, and where they are from. Now, because when someone browses your website, they have the specific IP address, and the IP address can tell where they are from the United States, from India, from Taiwan, from Canada, from Jamaica, for example. Now, more, They will detect the language that your customers use, the device they use, maybe iPhone, Android, Windows, Mac, etc., and more. It's a very analytical tool that gives you the insight on what customers are looking for. The traffic source, whether the traffic is from search engine, organic search, from the social media, from direct visits or referrals from other websites. Now, for example, if you found that your website is found by many people that use the search engine, so you may check what did they search to see your website. And if you know that, you can adjust your marketing strategy accordingly. And if you know that your customer view from mobile first, like 80% on mobile, 20% on the computer, so what you need to do is to adjust your website to be suitable to display on mobile devices. Now, if you know that most of your customers speak English, and now your web page only appears in Thai, so you should provide the language translation or the English menu to suit your customer's preference. Okay, you have some information now. How to get the information that you need to know from customers. Now, you did nothing difficult here. You register with the web analytical service, get the tag, push the tag on the website, and then suddenly all the information you want to know will come up. Behavioral flow, how users move through the website. Now, for example, they visit this page first and then go to that page and then go to that page. Now, if you know the pattern, then you can use the pattern to adjust your marketing strategy accordingly. Now, if they leave without buying anything, now you may need to reconsider how to organize your website. Page performance. Now, you know pages are most popular, how long users spend on each page, bounce rate and exit rates. Okay, bounce rate. If I remember correctly, it means we open the page and nothing appears. And the exit rate, and the people that open the page and then exit immediately, now without seeing anything on it. Now, if you know the problematic page, you can redesign or just remove that page once and for all. The conversion tracking. Now, the conversion is the business term that means the visitor has been converted to a customer. And that means they did something that generate revenue for you. Maybe they purchase some goods if you are the e-commerce platform, and the customer purchased something, and then the visitor has been converted to a customer because they generate the revenue for you. Now, or if you are the content publishing website backed by online advertisement, and when the visitor watch your content, and then you get the money from the advertiser, and that means the visitor has been converted to a customer. Now, even though they did not buy anything, but they generate the revenue by watching your content, and you get the money from the advertisement. Okay, the conversion tracking shows which channel or pages are most effective in driving conversion or providing income. If you take a look on the insights here, we have the total page view, the user engagement, the view item list, view promotion, like that, the number of purchases, and the number of items that most people buy, the Google Pen White, this number. The real-time data, number of users currently on the site, their location and the pages they are viewing, and more. The Plexspace platform also have the Google Analytics on the back end. And if you see the dashboard, Now, our staff can check how many students are currently on the platform, especially during the examination. They need to keep their eyes on the analytical page to see if we have a large number of users so they can prepare accordingly. Customization. Now, focus on specific metrics or time frame, aiding in understanding trend and performance. Now you can customize your dashboard to show the information that will suit your decision making. E-commerce tracking provide detailed insights into product performance, transaction information, and revenue data. Okay, the web analytics can give you a lot of information, but you need to adjust or make your choice accordingly. And here comes unit B.4.2. This is one of the difficult topics, but I have the alternative in case you cannot follow my instruction carefully. Now, so have no worry. Now, please stay with me till the end of the demonstration. Now, I will show you first how to do that. And in case it is difficult for you, I have the alternative option for you. So don't worry. In this activity, you will configure Google Analytics to the specified settings and answer the questions. And you need a Google account to do this. Your SRU mail can be used. Okay, keep in mind that each student get a different set of questions. So your questions might be different from what I'm showing. And the question is auto-graded. And that means the answer has a right or wrong. Students can respond only once, unlike the chapter quiz that you can respond twice. In this case, students can respond only once. So be careful and be sure your answer is correct before submitting. And it will not show if the answer is correct. So it's one of the most difficult activities in the course. So stay tuned and try to set focus on my demonstration. Now, but if you fail to do so, if you think it's too difficult, don't worry. Stay with me. I have the alternative for you in the end. Okay, I'm going to show you the activity page B.4.2. Start with the B.4.1 first. Is the data analytics, the Google Analytics. You can see the instruction here. How to get the information from the page and how to utilize the information. Okay. And you can open Google Analytics demo account by clicking this button. It will be difficult if you are on the mobile, so you can watch my demonstration first. This is the demo account. It looks like this. And then locate the link Google Analytics property, Google Merchandise Store web data. This one, Google Analytics property, Google Merchandise Store web data. And click that button, it will open this page. Okay, this is the analytical data of this one, the Google Merchandise Store. You can see that this is the e-commerce website. And when the visitor opens the page, buy something or browse some items, it collects the information from your visits. And every information will be shown here. The current page view in last 7 days, the new user and the purchase. Now we have the active user in 30 minutes. And we have the most visited page. We have the demographic distribution from United States, from Canada. We have the how they reach this page by direct link, by the organic search, etc., etc., etc. And if you want to get the specific information, you need to configure this page. And that can be tricky and that can be, it can frustrate some of the students. So don't worry if you cannot follow. But if you can do that, it will be good. Okay, so now click the next button and browse to activity unit B.4.2. Now you will see 3 questions here, and these questions will vary from students to students. That means everyone will get different sets of questions. And when you see the question, what you need to do is to set Google Analytics to that specific dates and answer the question. Now, I have just tried that this morning and found that some outdated information was removed from the system. And so you might be forced to use the alternative method that I show you. Now, but anyway, I will demonstrate first how to configure Google Analytics. So if you want to do it later, you can do so. Now with your own website maybe. Okay, first, now this is the analytical page that catch the information from this page, from the Google and Google Merchandise Store. And I want to know, I want to set Google Analytics to take the snapshot during September 1 to September 30, 2024. Now, so what I need to do, I need to set the dates. Now, not the last 7 days, but catch from September 1 to September 30, 2024 during these dates. Now, but I found that this is outdated and was removed from the system already. Now, so it shows 0 here. Okay, if it's not 0, now you can check the total page view from this, the total page view. Or you can see the new user or the current user. You want to see the number of new users, and you can see that number of new users. If you want to know the revenue, total revenue, and you can check that. It shows you total revenue. It shows 0 because this is outdated information. And so we have alternative for you. Now, if you try to configure Google Analytics but nothing show up, or you found that the configuration is confusing, now you can skip once and for all and use the screenshot that I provided here. There's a small link here, screenshot. And that means for students who did not attend the meeting, will not have this information. Okay, when you click on this screenshot, I have a bunch of screenshots here. Screenshot configuration 1, configuration 2, configuration 3, and configuration 4. Maybe only 3. Now only 3 configuration. So you need to determine which configuration match your question. Now for me, it's September 1 to September 30. And so which one configure to September 1 to September 30, 2024? This should be this one. Now for the second configuration is October 1st to October 31st. The configuration 3 is November 1st to November 20, 2024. And so the configuration that match the problem. The September 1st to September 30 is configuration number 1. And we are looking for the total number of page views during that period. Okay, what is the total number of page views? Okay, do you see that information on this page? The total number of page views. Okay, the number is very big. The total number of page views. And on which day during that period did the highest views occur? Now, so which date that the highest views occur? We are currently on the view tab. So you will notice the date that the highest view occur. This during this date. And what is the top selling product during that period? And the top selling product that should be around here. Okay, you see the top selling product, the items purchased by items name. Now you see the top selling products here, total of 807 pieces sold. And okay, so if you get another set of questions, not September 1st to September 30, now please look at the screenshot first. Now click this small button now and see which configuration match your problem. The configuration 1 match September 1st to September 30, 2024. Configuration 2 match October 1st to October 30, 2024. And the set of questions can be different, but the information you want to know is already on the screenshot. Okay? Configuration 3 should match November 1st to November 20, 2024. And the information from the screenshot will help you answer the question. Now, so be careful, check carefully which configuration you have. Now choose the corresponding one, configuration 1, 2, or 3. And then use the information on the screenshot to help you answer 3 questions. And the question can be vary from student to student. Please note that you can only submit once and it will not be shown whether your answer is correct or not. Now, it only shows if you attempt or not attempt. Now, but in case you want to know, you can check on the progress tab. And if you have the correct answer, you get the points there. Okay. Now, this is one of the most difficult activities in the course. So if you stay with me, now I give you the hints, I give you some of the solutions that you need to know before you can complete this assignment. All right. Okay, wait a moment. Okay, let's move the camera back to me. Now, I think I better be here on my station. Now you know 2 strategies. Now we have learned 2 strategies to get the information. Now for your business, the first, you get the trend. And you know what is trending. And you can analyze if the hashtag was intentionally pushed or it is a real thing that happened in the society. And the next strategy, you can use web analytics to get the information. If you own a website, it's very good to know your customer. Now, where your customers are from, their purchasing behavior, their preference, their movement on the web pages, and give you the insights and help you adjust your strategy accordingly. And now, in the unit B.5.1, now we will discuss on how data from social media trends and web analytics can be useful in business. Okay, I will show you on the FlexSpace platform, unit B.5.1. This one. Now we introduce some tools that you can use to get the insights from the business. And please share your thought on how these tools can be utilized and integrated into a business. So look for a discussion forum on this page. Look for this icon. Click or tap that icon to expand the discussion board. And then look for the corresponding discussion B.5.1. Let's see, B.5.1, which one? B.5.1, this, insights. Now, how I can utilize the tools to assist my business? I can use trend tracking because it requires no investment at all. You get the information with no costs at all. Now, you know what are trending. Now, just open the social media platform, see the top hashtag, and you suddenly know what is trending. And you can see the trends at the very specific moment or very specific location on Earth. Now, with no cost at all. And we just need to be quick, and the strategy will drive a lot of engagement. Now, if you know what is trending and then you're quick enough, you participate in the discussion and put the hashtag on your advertisement. And then you get a lot of engagement for free. So this is what I like most with the hashtag strategy. So you can discuss the web analytical tools. Using web analytical tool is also free, and it gives you a lot of information. You don't need to put your eyes on the website all the time. You can check the dashboard from time to time and see the performance of your website. Okay, so let's see what our students discussed so far. B.5.1. Do we have, okay, B.5.1 insight. Okay, only my response. Only my response, nobody else reply this topic. Okay, so you have a bunch of time to do so. And once you already reply or add response, now once you discuss on how the social media trends or web analytics can be useful for your business, you can reply or add response to the B.5.1 topic. And once you have done that, you feel free to mark your participation on the next page, the B.5.2 participation check. Now, let I remind you again that you must complete the activity before you can mark the participation. Now, the teacher will check back from time to time and see if any student marked the participation now without participating first. And we reserve all the rights to remove the points now without the needs to notify the students. Okay. Now discuss first how you can utilize the business insight to assist your business. And then next, there comes the question, is it ethical to collect user data? I think, is it? Let I correct it first. Is it? Okay, is it ethical to collect user data? In Unit B.5.3, respond to 2 questions on the course page. Share your thoughts whether collecting data using hashtag trends and web analytics violates user privacy. Now, do you think you have the right to do that, collecting user data using web analytics? Now, or use the hashtag trends? Is that violates user privacy? Now, is that raise the concern among customers that you are collecting that data? Okay, Unit B.5.3. Let's go for that topic. Information ethics. Web analytical tools like Google Analytics track some of the user data. Now you have already seen the dashboard on the Google Analytics, right? It shows the gender and age of the visitor if available. Now, so you might have a question, how do they know your age? You are also the Google users, right? You log in Google Chrome with your Google account. This is my Google account. And on your Google account, you specify your name, your age, your gender, right? And then you use the web browser to open the web page so that the web page will get that information. They will know your gender, your age, your location from your IP address, the devices that you are using. Now that information can be gathered. Websites, they open right before reaching your page. Now before they click and go to your page, what website they visit before, they can get that information. How long they stay on each page. The web analytical tools can catch the information. Frequently visit page, items they purchase for e-commerce website. A bunch of information the web analytical tools can get from each customer visit. Do you think collecting such data violates user privacy? So look for the discussion forum on this page. Click this button to expand the discussion forum. Look for the corresponding discussion B.5.1. Let's see, B.5.1, this one. Nope, B.5.3, sorry, B.5.3. Okay, and respond to these threats. Now, whether you think collecting the data using web analytical tools violates user privacy or not. Oh no, sorry, in this B.2, oh, my fault. B.5.3, this one, okay. This one, information ethics, B.5.3. Okay, B.5.3, B.5.3, information ethics. Okay, and I said, I think collecting web analytical data does not violate user privacy as long as we don't reveal individual users' data to the public. Okay, now that is my idea. I think it's okay. The visitors don't mind if I collect the data because I did not reveal their identity. Now, but the problem may arise if I publicize the information to the public. Now, if I publish their name, their location, or if I post something like, I found a user probably from my school, they visit my page every day. And it looked like she's a woman aged around that, and they use the iPhone. Okay, it starts, if I publish the user information to the public, now it starts to violate someone's right. Now, so if I use the analytical information for gather the information to craft the business strategy without revealing the identity to the public, I think it will be okay. And users will not mind if I do so. Okay, so let's see if there is any student respond to B.5.3. Okay, no one. Okay, and once you respond to the threats, now specify whether you think collecting web analytical data violates user privacy. Now, once you have completed the activity, feel free to browse to the B.5.4, the next page, and mark your participation. And get another 1 point in the course. Okay, and please mark your participation only after you have completed the activity. Okay. And I think now for the content in the activity is over, but do not leave yet. Now we have some important thing to discuss. Now remember that we are approaching the midterm examination. Now, so you need to be informed. You need something you need to know before taking the midterm exam. Now, so stay with me for a little more minutes. Now I will introduce some information that Now you should understand before taking the midterm examination. Now, and first, now check the schedule on the course page or the GenEd website. Now, if you are on the FlexSpace platform, you are watching your course page, click around the midterm section and you will see the announcement and the information. For all Gen Ed courses in semester 2 of the academic year 2025, all Thai and international sections, the midterm exam will be held between Wednesday, January 21st, 2026 at noon is the Bangkok time, and Tuesday, January 27th, 2026 at noon also. 6 days in total, 24 hours times 6. Now you have 6 days to complete the midterm exam for all Gen Ed courses in this semester. Now, so you can start the test at any time during the specified period. Now find the time that suits your availability. Now find the time that you feel comfortable to complete the midterm exam. You can start the test at any time during the specified period. Now, but don't do it at the very end of the exam. Now, or there will be the congestion, now, or you might not be able to submit in time. Now, just somewhere in between is okay. And these 6 days are for all Gen Ed courses you enroll in this semester. If you enroll in 5 courses, these 6 days are for your 5 courses. Now, so you may complete 1 course per day or 2 courses per day. Now just manage your time. Now, these 6 days are for all Gen Ed courses you enrolled in this semester. Try not to do the test on the very last day to avoid network issue. Now, based on the historical records, many students attempt the midterm exam on the very last hours. And there will be congestion. There were congestion on the system. Like you can imagine 5,000 or more of students attempt the midterm exam on the very last hours. Now try not to do that. You have 6 days. So manage your times wisely. And you must start and finish 1 test at a time. Now do not open multiple test pages. Now, because once you have started, you must finish it within an hour or 60 minutes. So do it 1 test at a time. Next, read the instruction and complete the checklist. Now, this is enforced in this semester. So before you can start your midterm exam, you must read the instruction carefully. And you can do it now, because the instruction page is already open. Now, once you click on the instruction page on the FlexSpace platform, you see the checklist before the examination. Before completing the checklist, make sure you read everything above. Now, everything you need to know before you take the midterm exam. And after that, students must check their readiness before accessing the exam system. Now you must have available computer. You must have internet connection available. You must have updated web browser. Now do not use outdated web browser. You have read the examination procedure. Now you should manage examination to avoid a large number of students. You understand that you must submit the test 1 question at a time. You will only press the End My Exam after you have finished it, and you acknowledge and accept condition sets for the midterm examination. Now you must mark all the check mark before starting the midterm exam. If you have not completed this page, the system will not allow you to open the midterm exam page. So let's keep in mind with that. Now this is enforced in this semester for the first time. If the students did not complete the checklist, you will not be allowed to open the exam page. And I guess more than 100 of students will call the Gen 8 office because they cannot open the midterm exam page. Now, but I already told you the information here. You must complete the checklist on the instruction page before you can proceed to the midterm exam. Okay, remember that, understand that? And once you are ready, you can enter the exam page. You will only see the exam block. It will look like this. During the specified time, this time period, if you come earlier or later, the exam page will not show up. Now, you must have completed the checklist on the previous page. Otherwise, the system will not allow you to open the question page. And if you have done everything correctly, but the exam doesn't show up, try refreshing the page. Or if you are using a computer, press the F5 button or click the refresh button. Now, if you come at the right time and you have completed the instruction page, you should be able to open the exam page, right? Make sure you're ready before starting. Keep in mind that once you have started the test, you must finish it within an hour or 60 minutes. So be sure you have a consecutive 1 hour to spare. Don't do the test while you are on the public transportation. Now, don't do the test while you have some urgent meeting. Now, don't start the test if you are about to enter another course. Now, don't start the test if you are waiting for some important person to come. Now, please be sure you have a free time, at least 1 hour to spare before you start the test. During the test, you must maintain a connection to the test server. So your internet must stay alive. If you have been disconnected from the system, then you cannot submit your answer. So be sure your internet is strong enough. Now, in case you don't have a computer, you can still use your mobile phone, but if you don't mind, if the screen can be too small, or if you can have a tablet, that would be better. Now, but in case you don't have anything, you don't have any suitable device, or you have a very slow internet at your dorm or at your home, you can use our computer room 3111 during the exam period. The computer room 3111 is on the first floor of the 21st building. And you know where the 21st building is? There is the office of the president, and there's a 5-star chicken. And the building 31st is next to the canal, in front of the canal. Now, on the first floor of the building 31st, you will see the Gen 8 computer room 3111. You will see the Gen 8 logo on it. Now, you can use that computer room during the exam period. And when you are ready, you can start the test during the exam period only. Now, when you are ready to start the test, click I am ready to start the exam. Now, before you start the exam again, now we highly suggest that you browse around the FlexSpace website before you starting the test. Now, how to browse around the FlexSpace website? Okay, I will show you. This is the FlexSpace website, right? Now try to browse around the website, go to this page, go to that page and see how long it takes to load the page. If it's keep revolving, if it keep loading like that. Now, if it loads forever, if it does not stop loading or the page load very slowly, it's highly suggested that you postpone the test. Do not take the test at that time. Come back later. Now, it's not suggested to take the test while the system is very slow response, or you will lose the opportunity, or you will be frustrated. You will lose your patience very easily. Now, the recommended time is during the night. during midnight or the time when you expect other people will do something else, then you can come back and take the test at that time. And certainly on the very last hours, there will be the high congestion. The traffic will be peak at the very last hours of the exam. So avoid the last date at all costs. Now try to do it earlier, maybe during the middle of the time. Now, if you cannot take the test during the day, you can do it at night. Now, it open 24/7 during the exam period. Okay. And once you started, the timer will start counting down. And there's no way to stop the timer. Even though you browse away, you close the page, you disconnect, you shut down the computer or log in from another device. The countdown timer will continue. And you must finish before the time runs out. If you see that the countdown timer is distracting, some people don't want to be pressured by the countdown timer, you can click the hide button to hide this bar. But it doesn't mean the countdown timer disappear. It still be there, but hidden from your view. I understand some people cannot do anything if someone keep counting down. I feel that pressure too. I also prefer to hide the countdown timer, but the countdown keeps continuing. And during the test, there will be 30 questions in the exam for 15 points. The questions cover the content from chapters 1 to chapter 4. Each question comes with 4 choices like this. For each question, select your answer and click submit button. So this is the example. Which of the following is an audio device? And choose projector and hit the submit button. You can submit only once per question, not twice. You can do it twice on the chapter quiz, but not for the exam. For the exam, you can submit only once per question, and you cannot reset or change your answer. And the test will not show if your answer is correct or not. It shows that answer submitted. And that's all that shows up. And you must submit every question. The questions you did not submit won't be counted. And make sure you have already submitted all the questions on that exam page. Now check and recheck before ending your exam. Okay? And if question does not show up, it often occurs with students who are using mobile phone, especially small screen device. And that is because the menu bar cover all the page. You can hit the 3 lines button, so-called the collapse button. This is the collapse button. This is the expand button. Sorry. You can hit the collapse button to hide the menu, and then you can see the question properly. And once you have submitted all the answer, click End My Exam to end the test. And if you have another exam, you can do it if you want to do so. Okay, you have to submit one exam at a time. Do not open several exams and do it all at once. It doesn't work, believe me. And the exam result will be visible in the progress menu. That's the same that you check your course grade. From Wednesday, January 28, 2026 onward. Now, under the midterm exam section, you will see your exam score. Now, from Wednesday, January 28, 2026 onwards. And for more information, you can open ssiu.gen08.mycanva.site now or scan the QR code. It will show you this page. Now, this will give you more information about the Gen 8, about the courses that opened in this semester, and some information you need to know, like the schedule, the activity schedule, the line open chat for each course, and also the instruction for the midterm and the final exam. Now, for example, the midterm exam preparation survey, it should also be on that page that I recommended. And hopefully everyone completed the preparation survey before the midterm exam. Now it gives you another set of information you need to understand. Now we want to make sure that everyone understand how to attend the test on the FlexSpace platform. Now, so you don't miss the exam and don't miss any single point. Now also the midterm exam preparation instruction are also available on that page too. Now I'm going to show you on the FlexSpace platform, not the FlexSpace, by the way. It's SSIU GEN0320 Canva site. Okay. Okay, this is SSIU GEN0320 Canva site. On this page, midterm examination preparation instruction. Now it has something you should know before starting the exam. And also something down below the page for students who miss the exam for some reasons. Now we have the policy to allow students who have urgent requirements or have got some accidents or some unfortunate event that made you miss the examination. Now, like an accident, like some of your relatives pass away, like your illness, something like that. Now we will consider case by case. Now, if you miss the exam for some reasons, please contact our GEN0320 office as soon as possible. Now we have several days open. Now, if you have a problem and you cannot attend the midterm exam for some unfortunate events, there is a channel that you can contact our office. Now, but you also need to provide the evidence like the medical certificates or the document. Maybe you need to go back to your country now for an urgent during the exam period and you cannot come back in time. Now remember that we have 7 days, so we have 6 days of the midterm exam. Now in case you can come on any of the 6 days, you don't need to submit the requirement. Now if you miss the first day, we have several days left. Now if you are able to do the test on any dates, now you have nothing to do with that. Now, but in case something happened, you need to go back to your home and you cannot do the test, or you have got an accident, or you have a serious illness that you have to miss the entire midterm examination period. Now you can contact our office and you need to provide the evidence like medical certificates or official documents, and we will consider the case by case. Okay. Okay, and that is the last one. Hopefully everyone have a good luck on your midterm exam, and please keep in touch with the classmates in the line open chat. And I found that most of the students did not attend anything. I'm not sure why. You may think this is the on-demand section and you can do that at any time. Now, but one thing that I need to remind everyone, there's a quote, a famous quote that says, doing everything in the last minutes never give you a good result. And I truly believe in that. And that happens to me several times in my life. If I try to do things in the very last minutes, very last hours, the quality of the product will be garbage. I try to write a book, I try to create the report, I try to prepare for the presentation in the very last moment before I need to submit it. nothing is good. The condition, the quality will be deteriorate, and there will be a lot of pressure. And in case you miss something, it will cost you a lot. So everyone is not the kids anymore. Now you have become an adult learner. So you have to be responsible for yourself. You have to manage your own time. Now don't spend all the time with your classmates, your friends, play computer games, watch series, and forgot everything about the study. Now we provide a very flexible tool, the FlexSpace platform, to assist your learning. But hopefully you use this opportunity wisely. You manage your times wisely, and you can get the grade A easily. And then I think it's much easier than your major subject. But hopefully everyone get in touch with the content and have your self-responsibility, and you will achieve the good results. Now, I believe in that, and I believe in everyone. Now, so the class is over. Now, we will see you again after the midterm exam in meeting activity number 3. And on that day, I will show you the result so far about the midterm exam and the course progress. And some interesting activities will be coming after the midterm exam. So good luck everyone, and see you next time.